Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac. This is a little bit of a moment of truth. It's an Isaac run. This is where we're going to see if we're going to have some momentum to tackle the back half of this, like, end character, 9-character run. T8AE, first half of the seed, PX9Z. I don't know why I always read the second half first. It doesn't make any sense. I think number 1 is acceptable. Come at me. Cellar 1, 4 seconds in, I'd say it's probably unlikely that we get the boss rush. I'm just messing with you. I thought it would be funny to come up with that right off the bat. Truth is, I'm a little bit nervous, because after that last Eden run, like, there's nowhere to go but down in some ways. Like, that run was a lot of fun. It ended up working, but it was a little, like, it was a good test of skill and strategy, and kind of like it was a showpiece in a way, which I kind of really enjoyed. This... with Isaac, with Azazel, there's nothing to gain. You only... like, if you win, people are like, yeah, you won as Isaac. If you lose, that could be good. If we hold it for the whole fucking game, that could be good. But if you lose, people are like, oh, you lost as Isaac? GG. So we've got to, you know, recognize that pretty much we just got to maintain the status quo here. And that's okay. That's alright. So far, so good. I love the number 1 pickup, with the exception of the range downgrade, but... you know, it means that we can pick up range upgrades sort of guilt-free, and I don't like re-rolling anything that gives us a tiers upgrade. In hindsight, we probably don't need the number 1 now that we have the cancer trinket, but on the other hand, we now have some machine gun tiers without the added disadvantage of having soy milk. So this is actually a really nice kind of DPS play for us here. I like it. Another golden chest. I'm not going to open these. I'm going to save our key for the next floor. I think it's just more important. How did we do damage to Pin right off the bat? That was weird. So the Yarrow Rune, as far as I know, the most, like, efficient, well, maybe not efficient, but the best absolute application of this is to save it till the chest. So all other cards and pills and stuff like that we can take, but we have to take them on the floor that we get them on, and then take the Yarrow Rune with us. Or we might eventually decide, I'm just going to go, even though the secret room is probably pretty likely to be in that obvious location. We might decide that it's better to get into boss rush and then teleport out, but it's unlikely that we'd find another Yarrow Rune in the process, so it's a bit of a risk. Ah, man, just give me a Spirit Heart right off the bat, please. I mean, we made a profit off of that, both financially and in terms of our bombs, but, well, especially now. But I would have 100% just preferred to have gotten a single Spirit Heart so we could rest assured that we have a much better chance of getting a deal with the devil on this floor. So it is potentially worth using a bomb to just, you know, kill these guys, because I'm going to get that chest anyway, but there is a... This green fly is also a bomb in and of himself. So we'll take the, unfortunately, staggering amount of time necessary to get him to come out here. Really? Okay, well, you're close down here. Come on, buddy. Oh my god, how much HP do you have? The bombs are out of control, and that is enough money to make me... question whether or not we should go to our shop instead of our item room. We get Lemon Mishap. That's not good. I think we have time to reroll it. I have faith that we'll find a key and be able to go to the shop as well. So the prayer card, worst case scenario, this is an HP upgrade when we leave this floor. Yeah, this is good. There's basically no risk of us dying on this floor. We have 4 HP already and good damage. The risk is us not getting a deal with the devil. And that's absolutely conceivable. Those shots right there could have just done us in. If we handle this quickly enough. Look at the speed at which Isaac is blinking. If we could just get like a magic mushroom from this item room, it would be insane the amount of damage we'd be doing thanks to our DPS. Key, nope, more bombs. It's possible we could bomb our way into our shop. That doesn't seem unlikely given our circumstances right now. That sucks. Maybe on the other side though. So the thing that scares me is a boss fight like Larry Jr. That's it. Larry Jr. Actually, some of the like Gemini or Blighted Ovum might be a little tricky, but mostly it's Larry Jr. Man. We may get there's 2 charges here. That is lovely. Larry Jr. because we have to get close, not because he's particularly tricky. Although I do take damage against him, probably a disproportionate amount. Definitely more than I should. No. How about this? Also, one of these could be a library. Oh shit, that means I gotta step back for a minute. Because if one of these is a library, we could easily get Book of Revelation. So I'm just gonna open that up so we can do it in the future. We didn't check here for the potentiality of a secret room. That hurts. We gotta get some keys. I will use prayer card. It is now conceivably possible that we could, that we could keep this Eternal Heart alive, but I'm thinking like if one key drops, maybe it's in our best interest to use the Yara rune so that we get 2 keys. Now, it's not in our best interest from the perspective of winning the run, but from the perspective of getting that Meat Boy achievement, that's up there, man. That is pretty important. Now, there's still like a 50% chance that we could get Bandage Girl and soil it completely. Let's take this in case this bombs are key. Speed upgrade, then we'll pick up that bomb. What an interesting situation here. And this is going to be our last room. So we could hope to fight famine. Or, well, at least our rerolls are going to work out appropriately. We could hope to fight famine. Where the heck is our secret room? We've already checked here, right? I didn't bung this up. We have enough bombs that I feel comfortable checking again. Wow. Well, there's no way we can bomb our way into that room. So I think, unfortunately, I have to fight the boss. And we'll have so many charges, which is awesome. But, yeah, we're not... Oh, we're fighting Larry Jr., but we're not fighting Famine. So I think our Meat Boy dreams are, unfortunately, dead in the water. Which really sucks, because this is one of the very few floors in which we found a library, but just didn't get enough keys to make it happen. Now, let's put that behind us. I think I did my part there in trying for it, at least. We got some good items, and I think we're in a great position on this floor. That squeezy pickup is maybe meaningless from a tier's perspective. I think I'm going to reroll Whore of Babylon. Now, Book of Sin is not better. We have to take it at this point for the extra, the deal with the devil precedent. However, it is worse, but my thinking, we could get so many charges if we use the Arrow Rune on here as well, but my thinking was we'll use it here, and in doing so, maybe we'll get something better. We're unlikely to get to a permanent Spirit Heart state, so I've been fed up with Whore of Babylon lately not working. That's on me, though. And I decided to take the homing bombs. Not because they're particularly amazing, but because they're okay. And again, I think for one bomb, we could conceivably feel good about this trade right here. We also got 5 extra bombs out of it. Not that we needed it, but I think that was okay. And we got an extra charge to take down to the next floor. I'm very, very comfortable in this run right now. There are some things I would like to see. Some range upgrades, some damage upgrades. Those are unlikely to help, but you never know. Luck up, that's good as well. Really helps out in the late game in particular. And paralysis, but paralysis didn't matter because I was far enough away from that bony, which was really just luck, but that's okay. So, the range is the principal detractor here. But I would take low range for high rate of fire any day of the week. Let's get this shit off the ground. I don't want my Yarrow Rune to get dirty. That could be an important piece of architecture for us later in this run. These are my ideal enemies to fight right now, because I don't mind being super close to them. Thank God for the key. And we'll probably focus on using this on the shop on this floor instead. But honestly, because it's Curse of the Lost, I can't really promise that. I'll probably just go to whatever one shows up first and hope that we get more key drops. And there we go. If only we could have gotten a couple of those on the last floor, we would have had a really good chance of getting into our library, as I assume it was a library anyway. And maybe that could have made our Book of Revelations dreams come true. But this is the worst room for us as an Isaac player with low range right now. Yep, here it comes. Prepare yourself for a cavalcade of disaster. Apparently that is my word of the day, cavalcade. It's a terrible word of the day. Makes you sound hoity-toity for no reason. Luckily we have a lot of spirit hearts here. This is unrelated to our lexicon-based problems. But, it's really good, but I need the Yarrow Rune. We're in a good position, but we really would love to get a deal with the devil on this floor. Just get some DPS, and then, you know, we're sitting pretty. I'm gonna buy a key and a Spirit Heart. Honestly, I don't really like Little Baggy. It would also ruin the Yarrow Rune and our Stars card, so, you know, there's something to be said for that. That was just awful, but at least we only lost the Spirit Heart that I just picked up. This is where the people who hate number 1 start to be able to come out in full force and say, look at that, you shouldn't pick up number 1. Look at the bullshit that it's putting you through right now, and honestly, I'm starting to feel like maybe you're not totally wrong. If I knew we were going to telepills, like... Oh, I thought we'd already been in this area, but I guess not. If I knew we were going to telepills, I would have just taken the stars card instead, because now we're completely lost. I will trade a bomb for 5 cents here. Umbilical cord, not really worth much. I think we've got to go to the right. Like, that's... There's no way that our area was to the left. Or there's a very small chance our area was to the left. Let's put it that way. Now, that's... I love enemies that don't reliably fire. It makes it easier for me. And there's our item room. Again, we could use stars card to save a key, ride a cowboy, but I don't really care that much. This is an important room, maybe. Dead bird. Magic mushroom. That's the shit right there that I was asking for specifically. So this is a huge get for us. And the extra damage is going to be very, very nice. We need to go back for our Yara rune, no question about it. But if we find our boss room over here, you know, we can just hang out for a while. Our extra damage is going to be nuts. Our range is at least high enough to feel relatively comfortable now. This is where we started. All right, so we've already been to shop and item room. So we can conceivably just leave this floor whenever we want to here. After we fight the boss, of course. This is great. Like, really, truly, absolutely 100% fantastic. Yeah, this is where we were going. I was gonna say, I was almost 100% sure our boss room would be like right there. We might come back for that. That room always makes me feel inadequate because I know that there's a better way to handle it than the way I did it, but I've forgotten what it was. There is a tinted rock here. Rest assured I see it. I'm not too worried about using bombs to kill the hollow. More likely to get hit putting myself in position to do so, so I'll just, you know, do it at the end here. How do I feel about the screw? It's okay. I mean, another Tears upgrade might be overkill at this point. I'll take it, though. Tears plus shot speed up. Because the shot speed gives us maybe better range. I'm still not sure, but I always feel like shot speed gives us slightly better range. So the magic mushroom pickup, just because the shots go faster before they fall, but the magic mushroom pickup is enormous. No question about it. Our DPS is going to be basically through the roof now. I will go to the curse room. I'm not afraid. I'm not a chicken. You're a turkey. We just want to make sure that, you know, there's no secret room around it. And we also want to make sure, if possible, that we have a reroll, but we definitely want to keep the cancer trinket here. We don't need a reroll if we can get in here for free. So I'm really glad that I didn't pay a spirit heart to go in there, because that ended up being shitty. On average, though, those rooms can be an enormous help. That just the worst shooting in my life right there. Look at how much our range has improved just because of Magic Mush and maybe the shot speed upgrade. Hard to kind of, you know, delineate which one's which, but it's, I'm assuming they both had some noticeable impact. Now it would be awesome to pick up Lump of Coal. You know, I've resigned myself to the fact that every single run we're going to fight Krampus. Let's make it count as best as we possibly can. Appears to be a shop. Appear to be energy crystals. Seems to be energy resources. That's it right there. It's not even appears to be. I still say it wrong every time. Starter deck, I love. Let's take it. Comes with a lover's card. We'll also buy this. Let's re-roll the boomerang into a half-price 9-volt, which means I don't have to buy that charge because it fills up our item already. That's good stuff. Starter deck is good. If we find a library on this, or not a library, an arcade on this floor, one of these days I'll stop making that mistake, I promise. Then we can use the lover's card to help us out. Sorry, I had to focus for a minute there. We don't have low range, but, you know, you kind of want to rush those guys down anyway. Now, I am looking for more damage modifiers if it's at all possible. Now, I know this is greedy, but hey, if you know, if you have the option to ask for anything. You know, if you're at a buffet and they're serving lobster, they don't give you a discount if you say, I don't want the lobster, right? So we're gonna... Don't try to tell me lobster is not delicious, you know. I've eaten it. I respect that there's some psychological stuff going on in there. Oh, look at this rich person food. Oh, it's delicious. Yum, 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 yum. No, but seriously, that shit is tasty. I see people online. What's the most overrated food? Lobster. Look, I don't eat lobster on a regular basis. Maybe once a year. Probably on average a lot less. But, you know, you think lobster doesn't taste good? You're just tricking yourself. Or you don't like seafood, which is a surprising number of people don't like seafood. That's alright, you know, more seafood for me. I'm on a seafood diet. I see seafood, I eat it. No deal with the devil? I'll take old bandage. The fact that we got no deal with the devil here blows me away. I thought for sure we'd earned one. We haven't taken any red hard damage. Just, you know, bad luck. It means that if we don't take red hard damage on the next floor, we're pretty much 100% guaranteed. Now, admittedly, I'm going to leave this overlay up for a little bit here. I would like to get to boss rush. The fact that we found this right off the bat is awesome. I'm going to spend 3 cents, buy our battery charge, and then re-roll it. The fact that I found this, by this I did not mean bomb bag. I meant the item room, because it means that we can get out of this floor before 14 minutes, which still gives us a chance of boss rush. So is Ouija board better? That's a matter of personal preference, but yeah, you know, I think it is. Maybe if we become Guppy or something. Oh my god, we are also horrifying looking. Not to push my own beauties of ideal on people, but, or my ideals of beauty, sorry, not my beauties of ideal. Down to the next floor. I hope I deal with the devil on the next floor, that's all I'm gonna say. Curse of the Blind. You know, you don't... I'll try it. I think that's okay. You don't like having a Curse of the Blind on floors where you're likely to have a deal with the devil, but you can use some tricks. You know, if it's a too hard deal, you probably want it. And we also have enough HP that we can probably take every deal that shows up if we're lucky enough to even get the deals. And if it's Krampus, then we know what it is as soon as we pick it up. So we either get a lump of coal, which we'll keep, or we'll get Krampus's head, which hopefully will have the impetus to reroll. The energy to reroll, I suppose, makes a little bit more sense there. And I'm starting to feel like this run, it's coming together. I'm very glad that the Polaroid and the negative are not trinkets, so that we have the opportunity to keep our cancer trinket without even buying Mom's purse. I think that has made Mom's purse a bit of a worse item. However, there are better trinkets in Rebirth than I think there were in Vanilla, so that's made Mom's purse a better item. It's a very, you know, yin and yang type thing going on. Some positives and negatives, ebbs and flows, if you will, some trade-offs. Oh, what are you doing in there? Fistula, making my, or Teratomo, making my life a little harder. We have a reroll ready, so I will use this on our curse room right away. Hopefully, oh, wow, that'll do it. Yeah, let's do it. Contract from below, I love it. Missing page 2, it's not great. Ceremonial robes, it's great. I'm glad I didn't reroll those. I was thinking I would reroll them to try to get like a 2 hard deal, but actually, for only 1 hard deals in there, that actually turned out pretty nicely. What is that? I've never seen that enemy open its mouth like that. What the heck? Have I just never noticed that before? That's some freaky stuff right there. Let's put a bomb down. I don't trust myself on this room. Even to be able to use 2 bombs and kill a couple of enemies here is meaningful to me. This is blah, blah, blah. This room is one of those ones where if you can fly, you got no problems. If you can't fly, well, life's a bitch and then you fly. That's why we get high, because you never know when you're going to go, right? Contract from below helping out. And we might be a little slower than I'd like right now. Maybe not. We haven't been to our item room yet, but if we can get out of here by like 17 minutes, there is still a chance of boss rush. So let's see what we got here. Greed? Not greed. Let's try it. Boomerang. Again? Come on. Alright, we'll re-roll it. Magic fingers. Alright, we're gonna like quadruple down here. Blue map, that's something. I can feel okay with blue map. Now listen up, here's a story about a little guy who lives in a blue map. And all things and all days and everything he sees is just blue like him, inside and also outside. I think I'm going to, unless we get a teleportation card really quickly, I think I'm going to say that a boss rush room is lower priority than going to our remaining item rooms. Although we don't have any keys. Now that I think about it. Oh, we were gonna get bandages anyway, apparently. That, you know, that's not scientific necessarily, but sure, let's do our due diligence here. Now there is a nickel right there. It was gonna be a little tedious to get, but we got it. That's okay. Let's go to our item room. You know, let's play it cool. There's a tinted rock here as well. I think it was pretty obvious what that item was, but it's a good one. And we're really piecing together a great run here, not only because of our damage, but, you know, largely because of our rate of fire as well. I would hesitate to be too cocky in calling this a one run right now, but it's certainly, it's getting there if it's not there already. I thought maybe we could save a key there. That's okay. As long as the worst room with these guys is the room where it's a mixture of these ones and the ones that shoot the, like the gluttonies that actually shoot the laser beams. Like those ones are frustrating because you handle those enemies in slightly different ways. Fuck this room to death as well. With only one of these left. It actually turned out to be pretty easy, but that's largely a result of the fact that we're just able to do damage in our own right here. Do good damage in our own right, I should say. Anyway, you're dead. The keys are good. That's going to be the principal value of Contract from Below for now, but, you know, if we find some Spirit Hearts or something like that, that'll help out as well. Stay away here. More bombs. We will have probably only one reroll for our item room. Unless we get lucky and find a charge on the ground, which is really unlikely. But inside of our item room, question mark, mini mush. It's okay. You might think that I should be more excited about this because of the range upgrade, but I don't think it's that meaningful. Would I have rerolled it if I found it? You know what? Maybe I should stop my bitching, because if I had... I bet how this would have happened if I had picked it up. I would have been like, wow, thank God we got that range upgrade. I'm such a genius, yada yada. But when I picked it up by accident, I'm like, oh, I would have re-rolled it, and we definitely would have gotten Proptosis out of it. Yeah, you know, fuck me. I got some real biases going on here. Gotta hold myself a little bit more accountable for statistical stuff like that. Anyway, the speed upgrade is nice, at the very least. Down to the next floor with no Curse of the Blind, a decent Devil chance, and this will be, well, we do still have a small chance, actually. A very, very small chance of getting to Boss Rush as well. But I'm not going to invest very much time and effort and thought into that. I think it's in our best interest to just do our due diligence on this floor and not risk throwing the streak away for dumb reasons. Because this run, you know, the RNGesus has been very good to me. We're in a good position, and we can continue to improve our position. Of course, you know, the boss rush room can be a big leap and a bound of improvement, as opposed to just like a little quiet, you know, slow improvement, which is what we're more likely to achieve here, but that's okay. High Priestess, Devil. I mean, the Devil card a little bit more useful on Mom. High Priestess much more useful on other bosses. I think I'll save High Priestess and just use it on the next floor boss. Because I don't think we really need a damage upgrade card. I'd rather have an item like High Priestess, which allows us to hit enemies that might be difficult for us to hit. Like, for example, you know, the bloat at the very start of the fight can sometimes be annoying just to hit. Could have easily been hit there, speaking of which, in a variety of different ways. Hoping that our shop on this floor does not contain greed and maybe contains a compass. Let's try going down to the right here. Yeah, boss rush, let's give up on it. It's already done. We don't need to give up on it. It's not like we're making the decision. The decision has been made for us, but still. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm liking this damage. These enemies are relatively tanky for this point of the game, in my experience, and that's helping out a lot. Sure, we can use our chariot card maybe on the next room. No. Maybe on the room after this item room. Question marks again. I didn't notice that. That's bad. Thank God that we can re-roll it. Yeah, Distant Admiration is okay. Come at me. Basically, we just need to, like, launder this card. Figured we'd see if we can get a host out of that as well. 2 of those, huh? That could be interesting. We do have a charge. The compass, great! That's exactly what I wanted. 2 of hearts, not necessary. I'll buy the Spirit Heart instead of the charge. We might not get a reroll, but we don't really want a reroll. Oh, we got 2 of hearts cards. Now we have 3, actually, now that I think about it. What's our other one? High Priestess, so we'll take that instead. Yeah, I doubt we'll have a reroll for the Mom fight, but we don't need a reroll for the Mom fight. We might want a reroll for the Krampus fight, so I can't even get that money. We'll see. Actually, this room, next room, that room. If we have to reroll the Krampus item, we'll get another charge on our D6 as a result of fighting Krampus. Yeah, so it's even though that room didn't have anything in it, it's still going to line up appropriately. We're a little bit out of sync with it when it comes to our attack fly here, but actually Mom was nice enough to even the score for us there. Not fantastic damage, but, you know, not too big in the whole scheme of things either. That was really bad. I was trying to be a little too creative with attack fly. Threw my rhythm out here. Maybe I should have just taken the Devil card. Wow, this is a pretty sloppy fight on my behalf. This will be the Polaroid. Let's take it. Sister Maggie. That's okay. Could be better, could be worse. I think we're in a good position. but not a position where we can afford to just kind of like, you know, roll over and take dumb damage, which is, you know, normal. You shouldn't ever find yourself in that position, I guess. But sometimes I do, because I have some sloppy habits that I need to actively correct for. Bit risky to just walk for that. That's another example of something you should not do on this run right now. But that's, oh, that is just not good. Okay, cool it. Cool it, cool it, cool it. This, much to my surprise, is not the way that we're supposed to be going. Remember now that we have this Yara rune. So if we make it down to the chest, we got a great chance of getting even more carried than we already are. But this floor is actually a big deal as well. Because if we can actually manage to... those keys are nice. If we can actually manage to get a deal with the devil on this floor, and have it be a good one, I hope we don't have Curse of the Blind again, then all is forgiven. And I think we have, like, above a 50% chance of a deal as well. Plus, this run is good. I just took some dumb damage by being an idiot. Don't throw it away. Okay, Dark Bum on our Devil Room is like our ideal payout here. So, Conquest, great because we can get him to pay out. I should have dropped that earlier, but it wouldn't have killed him anyway, I guess. No deal with the devil. You have to be kidding me with that shit. But we can reroll you into something good, maybe. Yeah, that's acceptable. Apparently, I need the HP, so that's fine. HP quite low, but conceivably high enough that with some good contract from below drops, we can make it to our, we can make it to the chest. Notice I didn't say likely, just conceivably, because I'm starting to get a little anxious about this run. Don't get yourself trapped in here. This is really like, if there's like a Northern Lion, you know, flow state, I've got to really try to activate that shit right now, because this is going to determine whether or not... Oh, another Yara rune. Perthrow, that's also great. This floor is really going to determine whether or not I have a good chance of making it through the cathedral, which is also extremely important for reasons that I'm hoping are probably obvious here. I also have to keep a good lookout for tinted rocks. One tinted rock could be the difference between life and death. Especially if I keep taking dumb damage like that. World card helps. We do have a dice room. Which is scary because we're in a great position. Would I really want to reroll everything? Probably not. I think the main advantage of the Perthrow rune at this point is if we have a spacebar item we'd rather take than the D6, we can use the Perthrow to reroll it. That's a little bit of like a fringe scenario, but could come in handy. Since we have... I thought about coming to this room just to see what's up. But even if it's Forget Me Now, I guess I wouldn't want to do it. I think we're just going to stick with what we have, you know? Good stuff. Oh, you lived. Temporarily. It's... You know, I'm just getting a little anxious about the way things are going, but I think we're going to be fine. For now, there's a Tinted Rock there. 2 Spirit Heart payout would be awesome. 1 Spirit Heart plus a bomb is okay. That's not going to come in handy. Let's just be honest. We could play this, but I don't think it's a smart idea. Unless we get Lover's cards here. Wheel of Fortune. Well, I mean, you know, Wheel of Fortune... we don't want that either. Wheel of Fortune going down to the chest is pretty good as well, but we're better off with Perthrow Yara. This is a tricky room because it's hard to get by him, but we're fine. More keys. Almost at the point where we can open up all the chests that we're going to earn. Good stuff. Now, the Mom's Heart fight is, it's a very relevant one here. Do your damnedest not to take damage. Do your damnedest not to take damage. There we go. Okay. Now we can stay far, far away. And we're really doing a pretty good job of microwaving our HP right now. It's coming down. It's doing the, you know, swirly-whirly stuff. I don't know why I chose microwaving as my verb there. It's okay. We're up to the next floor. And this is the floor of truth again. Live to the chest. We got 8 chances, and then, well, not only 8 chances, but more than that because we have the reroll and the Perthrow on top of it. Plus we have 9 volts, so we, you know, the 9 volt may conceivably give us 1 more reroll on the chest if we end up having to backtrack a lot. We shouldn't because of Map plus Compass, but, you know, Curse of the Lost can come out of nowhere. I don't think that's worth it, to be honest with you. Not only do we need the keys, but I just figured we checked that. We do have 21 bombs. Not only do we need the keys, but I think we're better off not fighting the enemies in there which could be a little bit more difficult. You know, even if there's a room where we expect to take 1 damage, that could make all the difference with the limited amount of HP we have right now. Those are really good teleports from Loki, and I consider ourselves very lucky to have not taken damage there. We're at 8 keys. That spider deserved to get me. That's on me. It only did a half heart of damage because we only had a half spirit heart left. We don't have the wafer or anything, I think. That's a little bit more tempting because it's 2 keys for 1 golden chest, but we don't have to fight any enemies. I think we should have bombed up, actually. I think we already looked in that place for a secret room, but it's hard to keep, like, my mental map together like that. If I could cherry pick, like, any consumable to drop right now, it would definitely be an Algiz rune. Maybe a Hierophant card would be better, but an Algiz rune would go a long way towards making me very, very confident in our chances on the Isaac fight. Or, if we get some more HP anyway... Yeah, we did go up here. If we get some more HP anyway, we'd have a pretty good chance of, you know, saving it instead of the Perthrow rune to take down and use it for the Blue Baby fight instead. Monstro 2 is a relatively easy fight when he's all by his lonesome. Good stuff. This is really the point where focus becomes the key. This is not a super tough run, you know, I could have been in a better position. Berkano. Oh, 2 Berkano runes is kind of nice. Could have Yera'd our Berkano runes and then had 4 Berkano runes. But this helps. This is actually very, very, very nice. To have some companionship for the next few rooms and feel a little bit safer. We even still have 3 of the spiders remaining. Now we are, we're out of them. But still, that made these rooms right here a lot easier. So I appreciate the double drop there. Thank you, Contract from Below, and thank you, RN Jesus. And well, thank you, Starter Deck, probably. That could have been, you know, 2 luck downgrade pills, or like 2 Are You a Wizards or something like that, instead of 2 Berkano runes. So, you know, credit where credit's due to Starter Deck as well. You can hear the keyboard going crazy. That's a sign that I'm trying to get myself in the zone, I guess. Might be a little counterintuitive. Sometimes the less you move, the better you're gonna do. Oh, there's a boss room up there. Super Greed shots are a little easier to dodge, I think, than regular Greed. Quarter, I mean, here's the thing. We could re-roll it, but let's see if there's another item first. No, just more keys. I'm gonna save them just in case we get another Yera rune. We just gotta take it, let's be honest. And then there's not a whole lot we can do on this Blue Baby fight except just don't get hit and hit him where it hurts. Really just gotta get him down to that phase where he starts summoning the beams of light. That's bad damage. That's on me. It's alright. Don't get hit one more time because that puts you in a very, very tricky spot. Where one mistake is the difference between a streak and no streak. We're safe. Conceivably, we should have a very good chance of getting down to our chest now. And considering the Perthrow, considering the D6, considering the Yera, I'd say we have a stellar chance of getting enough items to carry us. I would love it if this guy would just drop like half a red heart, but I don't know if he ever drops consumables after he dies. It's probably in our best interest to walk back and get any red hearts that we might have missed. One more phase of this should be enough. As tempting as it is just to go down to the next floor, you know, we have something worth protecting here. Good stuff. Let's do some exploration quickly. Now, is this... Don't accidentally go the wrong way. That's the only thing. That's it right there. Okay. This is good. This is very, very good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm slightly nervous here. That's why I just yawned. Yawning is a classic sign of anxiousness. But seriously, a little anxious. Didn't fuck up any left-hand stuff. Curse of the Blind. Are you kidding me? Doesn't matter. We gotta Yera it. So let's try to remember. Top right. Celtic Cross. We're only gonna be able to really reroll active items. Forever Alone. That's okay. Celtic Cross is okay too. Rosary is okay. Sad Onion is okay. Rate of Fire is probably already maximum. So 4 items left. Spider Butt. That's a bad item, so we'll actually be able to see it. We don't need to remember it now that I think about it. Cursed Eye. Oh, shit. Remote Detonator. All right, we'll be able to reroll that. And Holy Water. Well, Holy Water sucks. We're only going to be able to reroll 2 of these. Stem Cells. Loki's Horns. look, obviously the cursed eye shit is really annoying here. What can I do, though? Especially with our rate of fire, it's particularly shitty because it's, like, completely unnecessary. But even, like, our tap shots... I'm basically treating it like we've got chocolate milk right now. Our tap shots are pretty good. If we charge it up, we should be fine. Just don't give the game the satisfaction of breaking your run with an item that you said was previously pretty good. Celtic Cross Rosary gives us some more survivability, as does Stem Cells, albeit in like a less obvious way, or less immediate way, because it just doesn't provide you with as much HP. Good stuff. Like, this is... Our rate of fire is so high that, like, seriously, if I just tap the button, that's my tap button. It's 4 shots in a row. That's crazy. I can actually do 1 if I'm even faster, but, you know, if we just hold it down for a second, it's good enough. I love Cursed Eye as an item, and you know what? I shouldn't say I love it. I like it. But my reasoning with Cursed Eye, or the way I've understood it from a strategic standpoint, is just never take it in a situation where you're already in a good position to win, because it can just fuck you. And that's why I'm sad that it showed up here. But at the same time, you know, it gives us a chance to prove that we can do it even with Cursed Eye. So that's probably Steam Sale or the quarter. So we should actually reroll that. Now, I mean, it's obviously a bit of a crapshoot to say that when you don't have any... I was tap shooting and it teleported me. How about go fuck yourself? So I really don't want to do that room again. Even this room I think is going to be a little easier. I guess tap shooting does give us maybe the highest percentage chance to teleport, because we actually reach a full charge on Cursed Eye extremely quickly. And at a full charge, you don't have the risk of teleporting when you get hit. But our damage, like our DPS, is best when we're tap shooting, because you can't overcharge Cursed Eye. So weirdly enough, it's kind of like the opposite of your normal Cursed Eye situation. Normally with Cursed Eye, you're most vulnerable when charging. For us, we're like, if we want to be safe, we should actually charge up a full shot, because it only takes a split second. We want to be up here, yeah, and then we'll reroll this. Book of Shadows. That could be, like, really, really useful. Like, just pop it right here and then go to fucking town on these assholes. Pop fucking bombs up in their buttholes. Homing bombs are very weird there. Now, just don't get hit. If you're going to get hit, charge your shots. Charge shots. Don't ever touch me. Gonna get hit, charge your shots. Of course, you know, that's the rub, you know. How do you know when you're gonna get hit? Well, we just gotta try for it. There we go. How do I feel about Book of Shadows? I feel like, because we have 9 volt, we have to go with Book of Shadows here. I feel like it puts us in a really good position. Obviously, we're gonna want to kill Sloth last. Maybe we can even get a rune out of him. I don't know. That was terrible damage on my part. Almost took a second hit, which would have been substantially worse. What do you got for me, buddy? What do you got? Hierophant. You got Hierophant. You got Hierophant. No, you got Bob's Curse. Ooh. Which we'll reroll with the Perthrow rune. Might not be Bob's Curse. It might actually be Bob's Rotten Head. Either way, we wanted to reroll it, though. Whew. Well, here's the right way to go to get to our boss, so this is good. We conceivably should not need Book of Shadows for Gertie. Almost said Guppy. Thank God there's no Guppy boss fight. It's the most powerful enemy in the game. This is a larger room, which means I will take the opportunity to pop Cursed Eye, take out as many of these assholes as possible. It's not that this room is exceptionally difficult, it's more that it's just hard to not get hit, which doesn't mean it's tough, it's just hard to not get hit. No soy milk. Maggie's bow, that's good. Mom's contacts, that's great. And this ends up being the wrong way, but we can cheese this a little bit. It's not really cheesy, but we can min-max this a little bit by killing Famine last, and he'll drop a Spirit Heart for us. Good stuff. Long way to go to get to our boss fight, unfortunately. Now, we are missing out on some reroll opportunities. That's okay. It happens. Double gate is not so bad. But, you know, we've got it active. If there's any question about whether or not we succeed, why not try it, right? Oh. Just wait for this to go off. No soy milk. Anti-grav. That's not so bad. Not so bad. That doesn't mean it's good. Just not so bad. I got lucky to not teleport there. Is that Celtic Cross or just Polaroid? That is Celtic... no, I think that was... maybe it was Polaroid and then Celtic Cross, actually. Secret room, not that amazing. It's got to be this way, and then up the left side of the second secret room here. I think this room is actually relatively easy. Our speed of fire, thanks to that last Tears upgrade from anti-grav, is just nuts. I'm tap shooting, so like no shots ever stay in the air, I guess. Semi-tap shooting. All right, this is a reasonable Book of Shadows play. This is a good run. Didn't get carried. We haven't won it yet, but we didn't get carried, at least by traditional measures. Yet find ourselves in a pretty good offensive position, but not without, not in a position where our skill is meaningless. That's like ideal, you know? A chance for me to use my meager skill effectively and look better than I actually am. That's worth something to me. Can't believe we focused on one of these monstros so hard that he died like 5 seconds before the other one. 5 seconds is a long time in terms of this game right now. I don't think it actually protects us at all. Double Mega Fatty. Well, if we use Book of Shadows, I think we'd get a charge. But I'm actually entertaining the idea that we might not want to have Book of Shadows, or we might not need to have Book of Shadows for Blue Baby. In case we have like a double adversary room next, we'd probably rather have Book of Shadows for that. I'm just going to wait for that to dissipate. Let's not be stupid. Alright, we ended up with a double Husk room, so it ended up not mattering, because we didn't take damage. But it's all good. An extra Spirit Heart. I'd say our win is pretty much in the bag here, but that was, of course it wasn't permanent Polaroid invincibility. I had freaking like 5 HP. Certainly, this is an interesting run. The last thing we need to do here in order to ensure our survival is just don't fucking get hit while you're charging or tap shooting. So do full charges. It's slower DPS, but you're in a much better position. We're so close. We're so close. We did it. Great run. Had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you did, thank you. Click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac in the future. You've probably noticed I produce a little bit of it. Thank you very much for the support, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you with another episode probably pretty soon. See ya!